Welcome back to another episode of Father Time with De'Meco and Blair, a podcast where dads talk about balancing fatherhood, relationships, careers, and passions. I'm De'Meco, the resident dad to a wackadoo toddler, and this week, baby girl has decided to turn bath time into a daily visit to the water park. Yeah.
What?
There's water. There's water everywhere.
Dude, I thought you were gonna say baby girl is finding out that her favorite uncle is your play partner, host, and motion country cousin Blair, aka Sir Winnie, father to the 8-year-old. My daughter has grown a little bit in her texting. It's still very aggressive, Daddy, I want this type of text, but the verbiage is spelt right. And that's what I'm happy about.
She hitting you with that drill sergeant hand. She's like, this is how it's got to be.
She was like, text. Muffins, nigga. Where's the muffins? So yeah, dog. But no, man, last time I talked to De'Meco, I think I talked to Mayari more than I talked to De'Meco. It was great.
She's going to need her own phone by this time.
Yeah, by this time next year. So today, guys, in the chair for Father Time, we have a guy that I came across literally drunk scrolling on Instagram, and he introduced me to a couple new animes and some Apple TV recommendations. In my eyes, my favorite reviewer, TikTok's favorite reviewer, husband, father for James Rogers, aka Mr. Rogers Review. What's going on, my dog?
Hey, big shout out to you, man. That drunk scrolling gets you every time.
Hey, brother, I swear to God, I found so many good content creators drunk scrolling.
Look, when I was drinking heavy, man, I followed it was some things I probably should have seen, but
yeah. It's the other side of TikTok. The other side of TikTok. Yeah. We truly appreciate you for taking the time to spend some father time with the guys today.
No problem, man. Hey, listen, I'm happy that y'all reached out to me, man. I started watching y'all stuff. I'm not gonna lie. When you hit me up, I was like, I don't know if this is a scam, but I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna see what's up. And then I started watching y'all stuff. I said, hey, man, there's some quality content. You know,
I am Nigerian, so I can get why the scam thing would come in. I can see why that would be.
I don't think all Nigerians are scammers.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. I got scammed one time.
Oh damn!
This was
story time. Let's go.
Yeah, this was way before this was like on my first child. Fresh in the military, I was guard and everything. Didn't really know how to reach out to people for ask for help and everything because I'm stubborn like that. You know, That's one thing I had to learn growing as a father is sometimes you need help. You know, we get prideful and everything. So I was talking to my dad and I was like, yeah, this dude, I was looking for loans. You know, I was like, I need some money. I need to pay for my daughter, you know, shoes, everything. I need stuff like that. Drill is not cutting it. My bonus is gone because I had like a weight issue. I couldn't really pass PT. So they took they was taking my drill money out of my drill checks. So I was like, bro, fuck the military.
Straight up.
But straight up like that, bro. Like, damn, Uncle Sam do not play. So I was like, bro, I need something in between. So I hit up a bunch of, you know, bad credit loans here and stuff like that. So there's one dude, he was like, he wasn't Nigerian. He was Indian, but I don't think all Indians are scammers either. But he was like, yeah, if you send me 150, you can get 800 right now. And I was like, what? Hell yeah, I got 150. So I went to my pops. My pops was like, son, you sending him money to get money? And I was like, you got to make money to get money, Pop. And he was like, and my dad, he is little short story right there. My dad came back in my life. My dad, he did a whole drug dealing thing. He, you know, did time and all that stuff like that. So when he came back, I was 12. I was kind of already like, you know, I know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. Like, he was there, but he wasn't. So 7 years later, I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Da, da, da. So he was like, all right, you gonna find out. So he gave me the money. He gave me the rest. I think I need like 50 left. So he gave me 50. I sent that man the money. I went and got the card. I ain't heard from that motherfucker since. Like
13 goddamn years, I ain't heard from that.
I'm calling.
I'm still waiting for my 800.
I still need it. That's the crazy thing about it.
No, look. He was drunk scrolling one day and saw you too. He was like, nah, he doing all right now. He doing all right now. Yeah.
He about to hit you up for another 150.
He like, look, if you didn't go through that experience, you wouldn't be where you at now.
If it wasn't for me, Y'all
This
wouldn't
was
have
your,
your favorite TikTok reviewer. There we go.
he
Yo,
said, this was your arc.
Speaking of that like type of journey, I just saw
Mhm.
today that the Saint Lunatics are suing Nelly.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Like all his boys that he came up with for Country Grammar, they're
Yeah.
suing him for
Ooh.
helping him write that album
And not
Murphy
how
getting
Nee?
the
many ever
cut.
years ago.
Yo, what's
Murphy
crazy?
Nee?
What's crazy? A lot of the dudes have been coming out. A lot of people have been like, and this is sad. We'll get back into the part real quick. But this is sad because a lot of the people have been coming out after, like, on these backhanded revenge tours of like, I know, so I knew all this stuff. I just ain't want to say nothing until the dollar
Yeah.
amount was right. So it's like, damn, bro. Like, but I remember watching Beef. You know, I don't know if y'all remember that. People listening or watching back in the day, like 2000s. Damn it, I'm old. They used
Listen,
to have.
we right there with you. We right there with you.
For real.
we used to.
We all around the same age.
Yeah, bro. It's just wild. It's wild
That's
saying
when
2000s.
T.I. was like, yeah, he's a bitch or a liar.
So yeah, y'all know T.I. from using the thesaurus every once in a while.
Yeah.
I know T.I. from pulling up to Lil Flip's neighborhood and fighting that nigga with a camera crew. It was awesome.
I'm a Lucky Charm nigga, but go ahead.
What kind of nigga take a picture in a Lucky Charm suit?
Oh my god! All right, yeah. So let's get back into the podcast real quick.
All right, James, we're gonna kick off the episode with our audience's favorite question. Who are your top 5 fictional fathers?
Our top fictional father, like just because he reminds me of my dad so much, and RIP to John Witherspoon, but Pops from Friday, or even the Wayans brothers. He was just so good at being a dad and just saying, you know, his mannerisms and stuff he did. So Pops, RP John Witherspoon, huge shout out. Michael from My Wife and Kids. I strive to be like him every day.
No, yes.
Like just have fun with my kids, and like even if I'm clowning them, they're getting like a lesson out of the clowning and, you know, just being there for them. But that toughness, I gotta get it with James from Good Times. Not just because we share the same name, and I'm a junior also, so that's one thing. But James from Good Times, he had that sternness. He kept the family together. He's like a blueprint of like the rough and tough fathers. That's 3. Just for the hell of it. Michael Scott from The Office.
Let's go.
Because he found out he was a dad, bro, he went full for it. Like he just
first.
knew. Yeah. It might not be right, but he
phones.
tried. Yeah.
Even when the baby wasn't his.
Yeah. And it might get a lot of controversy for this, but I don't care. Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z, he got Gohan right.
Hey,
Goku. I'm gonna say Goku / Piccolo because Goku is a good father in the hyperbolic timer tamer. He had a year with Gohan. He had a year. It might have been a day for us, but it was a year for him.
The dad that stepped up.
Yeah, Piccolo.
Piccolo
wasn't the stepdad. He was the dad that stepped up. Yeah,
Piccolo. He made Gohan right. Like,
you got to kind of ask yourself too in that whole Dragon Ball Z realm, like how powerful is Piccolo if he trained some of the most powerful niggas?
Man, you know what? A lot of trainers, it's their wisdom. You know, it's the wisdom, it's the IQ. So they don't have to be the most. They don't have to be the strongest or whatever. They just got to be good at showing people to being able to pull that ability out of them. You know, so the IQ makes a big difference because I think that's one of the biggest things when, you know, I don't like the scale when it comes to an anime or any fiction regardless, but that IQ is something that a lot of people say that Goku is the reason why Goku can't beat like people from Naruto or something like that, is because he might not have the IQ to not fall into a genjutsu. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like he might not have that ability. He might just go head first because all he want to do is throw hands, when the ninjas will be like, nah, we're gonna set you up and we're gonna make you kill yourself. Like he going up against Shikamaru, like Shikamaru could use the shadow to
Shadow
basically
Jutsu.
get
Crazy.
you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's IQ is everything. I feel like IQ is everything. That battle
Right.
IQ, and Piccolo has that, and that's the way he was.
Hell yeah.
That's the reason why he was able to train Gohan. That's why he was able to get the Z fighters to the point where not all of them died against Vegeta and them.
They died, but not all
They
of them
died, not
died.
all of them.
All of them.
Some
Some
of
of
them
them I
just
get
took
those stories.
themselves out, you know.
Oh man, that's crazy. No, that's a great list, bro. And I like the fact that you included guys like Good Times or shows like Good Times and shows like Dragon Ball Z, because that's kind of like an avenue our listeners probably have not dove into yet. I will say that I think this might be the first list that we didn't get one of the like top three, I would say, one of the big three of the fictional fathers, which is Mufasa or
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil, or one of those guys.
Yeah.
So it's like, shout out to you, bro, for giving us a very diverse list. We appreciate
Yeah,
that.
thank you.
Honestly, you kind of took the rug right from under me, because you're like, this is going to be controversial. And I'm like, is it Dr. Huxtable? It's like, that was where my mind was going.
Literally,
like,
that's every time
like,
somebody
right.
says that, that's what we think. Every fucking
Like,
time.
we don't want to. We we can't. It's a taboo now to be like, yeah, Bill Cosby taught me something. Oh, he did.
You gotta say Dr. Huxtable. You can't say Bill.
James, again, like I was saying, I came across your content like scrolling, and then the interactions with you via like your lives and stuff, asking questions, because I'm still not that deep into anime or manga or things of that nature. So like when I hear about stuff, I'm like, man, I really want to watch that, but I don't want to have to watch like 90 hours of it in 3 days to like be able to feel like I'm caught up.
Right.
Your content has kind of like made it to where people don't have to feel that way. It's like, all right, so these are good ones if you want to watch a fast one or quick one. This is something where you've got like some time on your hands.
Yeah.
As a father of four and a husband, I'm pretty sure you work as well. How in the hell do you have time to watch anime?
Well,
of all the things you watch, like.
Well, remember when I said fuck the military? It actually worked out in my favor, because I went to Iraq and we had a whole tour and everything, and I came back thinking I can work, but actually I had PTSD. I mean, I have PTSD, and I was bouncing from job to job, cussing out managers, doing all kinds of stuff, and I just didn't know why. And then I always had something set up with the VA, and then my wife was like, just go, get it over with, because I didn't think it was going to give me anything. But I ended up getting my compensation, and I still try to work, but it wasn't working, and appreciate that. I still try to work, but it still really wasn't doing anything. I was going to therapy and stuff like that. So I'm a stay-at-home father. I'm a stay-at-home father because I got that compensation, and I can, pay most of the bills. And my wife, she's working, and now my kids are at the age now where they're not. I'm attentive. I'm very attentive, but I don't have to be as attentive.
Yeah, you don't got to be hands-on. They're not babies.
Yeah. So my oldest is 13, and she lives with her mom. I have two girls, 2 boys, and they're split there. So I got the oldest girl, then I got my 2 boys in the middle, and then my baby girl is baby. She's 5. So 5, 7, 11. No, 5, 7, 10, 13. So, and my 10-year-old, he lives with me now, and my 2 youngest is with my wife. It is one of those things where I can tell the 7-year-old to do something and he can do it. I can tell the 5-year-old do something, she'll do something. Sometimes they'll sit there and watch the shows with me if they want to, really spend that time together. We go to the park, we go, stuff like that. But mostly now that they're in school, I am just watching stuff on my own, and I stay up late.
Got you.
Like
2,
3 a.m. I'm in the bed. I'm up by 6, 7, getting them up, doing stuff like that. So it's, some people call it a sleeping disorder. I just call it life.
You call it work.
Yeah, I call it work. I'm up, and I can. I used to not be able to watch so many shows at a time. Like if I've watched something like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I would watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I would be stuck on that show for a good month just thinking about the different themes and all the kind of stuff. Now it's like, well, I watch it, I can break it down. A lot of shows are similar nowadays where you get kind of the same premise, but it's a little different. So I'm like, okay, that was really cool, and I like this character and everything. Well, what's next? You know, what else can pique my interest? Because I'm always on the hunt for something to really surprise me.
When it comes to like those moments, it's like I 1,000% get what you're talking about, because Hollywood has become lazy. And the writing aspect of a lot of the movies or TV shows that we're getting, it's either a reboot of, or just like this previous Aliens movie, Aliens Romulus, to kids right now, to like a 17-year-old, 16-year-old who didn't watch Aliens like I did. This is probably a dope movie to them. But to me, I was like, not shot for shot, but damn near bar for bar, this is Aliens 1.
It's Aliens 1. It was Aliens 1, Aliens Resurrection, and even a little bit of Aliens in it.
Yeah,
well, not even a little bit, a lot of Aliens.
Aliens is the one with the engineers, right?
Aliens is the one with Prometheus is the one with the engineers.
Yeah, that's the one. Prometheus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Prometheus. It had a little bit of that in the well with.
Yeah, he literally just like blended every movie together, and then like casted some shots and some shadows. Like, good job, because it's allowing it's allowing the younger generation to see what you guys have going on, and it's like, yay. But for myself, I'm like, bro,
as an older person,
I'm sitting on 15 characters right now that I know could be lead characters, bro. Like, give me a shot. Yeah, for sure. It's just wild. RD, what you got?
I went to go see it, and I was like, I enjoyed it. I was like, damn. I was like, that last scene was definitely resurrection. And then I was like,
even like the
hallway shoot, that was Aliens. And then the bursting scene, I said, that's one. And I was like, okay, I'm enjoying it. I like the Easter eggs and stuff sometimes, but yeah, it was pretty much that. And I was one of those people that was an advocate. I was like, bro, you know what? Reboots are not that bad. Let's give them a chance. But now I'm just like, bro, can we get some originality? Like,
somebody has to have something original in Hollywood, and it can't be A24 every time.
Right.
It can't be A24
right.
or Blumhouse. Like you A24 is going to give you.
Blumhouse is
where are you stacking Jordan Peele in that? I think his stuff is.
I put Jordan Peele up there.
He's original though.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Based on your question, like you're asking for originality. I'm like, I'm putting Jordan Peele in that category as original.
Radio Silence. The guys over at Radio Silence, they're originals. Three friends.
Okay.
They came up making. I don't know if you guys have seen VHS. Like that series.
I like VHS. Yeah.
The very first VHS series, the very first film in that series.
Okay.
They are the Radio Silence are the guys in the very last film. Excuse me, not the very first one. The very last one with the train scene. There's a movie that just came out on Netflix with the brother with the green eyes, light skinned brother with the green eyes.
Talking about Rebel Ridge.
Yes. Oh my God.
I enjoyed Rebel Ridge.
Fire, bro.
I enjoy Rebel Ridge. A lot of people was like, oh, it's not enough action packed for. I said, man,
nah.
If he did all that.
No, like spoiler alert. Hopefully, by the time you guys watch this, you've seen it, so not really spoiler. Right. But the way that he points his weapon at every moment, every turn in that movie, he's never once threatening in that movie. As a black man who's the lead character and you're aggressive, he never once was pointing a deadly weapon at anybody. And it goes to show, like, it's a lot. That movie was a lot.
It shows
fire.
The what I loved about the movie is, with everything that's going on with the police brutality towards black people and everything, this man has the ability to take out a small unit by himself, but he doesn't. He showed restraint, even though he got pulled over with some bullshit. Even though the cop was the aggressor, you have to stay calm in these situations. I know we on some fuck 12 and rah thing and everything, but sometimes you have to be tactful. You have to be very hold yourself within and reserved. Even if you like, you tap dancing now. No, it's not tap dancing. It's literally just reserves. Like, you're literally just playing the ball game.
Yeah, playing the long game, bro. Like, I could try and swing for the fences right now, but it's still 8 more innings.
Yeah.
Still 8 more innings in this baseball game. So I'm not about to deplete all my energy right now. Like, if I know that I can strategically map out a way to defeat you, I don't need to do it early.
Exactly. Like I'm
And
like, okay,
Call back to the Goku. You don't always got to throw hands.
yeah, be smart
yeah,
about it. Be
yeah,
smart about it. Be tactic.
exactly.
Like,
IQ,
the IQ is crazy.
So you kind of touch on it, and feel free to be as descriptive as you can, or however you feel comfortable. How has dealing with your PTSD impacted like your journey as a father?
So it's it's be days where I just don't want to do anything, and you know, shout out to the wife. She understands. Mrs. Rogers, love you so much. She has been amazing. With my process of just, some days I want to binge drink, and some days I just don't want to do anything. And she won't nag me about it. She just be like, "Oh, it's one of those days. I got you." She'll take the kids to the park or something like that. Or if she's not here, she's at work, or if I'm just the one that have to do it. It's very, sometimes it's just straight up frustrating, where you don't know why you're upset, and your kids, you can't explain to a 5-year-old at the time, sometimes at a time 2-3-year-old, why you're upset, even if you don't know why you're upset. So it was times where I just had to like just grit my teeth and just be there. I mean, one time I remember just biting down on like the plushie toy they had, because I wanted to scream at her because my daughter was crying because I didn't let her pick up the piece of paper off the ground. Like, I went and picked it up, and she started, "I wanted to do it," and I was like, like that. Like, I didn't want her to see that. I can't just start just snapping on it, because if I do that, then that's just gonna. I have octane in my voice, we all do. We're men, so we start just like yelling. I'm one of those people that believe that if something happened to you at a younger age, it's going to carry over into your adulthood.
Yeah.
So if I start going crazy and everything, that might be a trigger for her, 16 years later. You know what I mean? That you don't know why she's getting upset or why she's so scared or freaked out. It's because her dad yelled at her for not, for being in one of his moves or something like that.
Picking up a piece of paper.
well, no, not even like, I mean, yeah, it's as simple as dad just let me pick the piece of paper up and then he screamed. But yeah, like you said, bro, it could be as simple as dad just woke, or excuse me, as complex as dad woke up in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And not saying that I'm not anywhere in your position, so I'm not saying that I have PTSD, but I do understand the moments of like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
I was just happy as hell just now.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck just came over me, dog? Like,
and bro, that'll add to the frustration.
And that adds to the frustration because like I'm mad because out of nowhere I'm mad at myself because I just got mad for nothing.
Yeah,
it's like it's a mad cycle. It's legit. So for a lot of us, we don't have an output, or excuse me, an outlet.
Yeah,
and it's dangerous and it's unsafe because most people who don't have a mental wherewithal, mental capabilities to know, like, all right, I'm frustrated, let me remove myself.
Right.
Most of those people take it out on the people closest to them, and that could be physical, it could be verbal, or it could be like psychological, where like no one can, like, oh, dad is upset, no one can walk around the house, like everybody's staying in the room. Or dad is upset, like make sure that you spend the night at somebody else's house or come home right when you know dad is about to get drunk and pass out. It could be a scary situation. So
I was just about to say that can be scary, and it can be scary for the spouse. It can be scary for the kids. It can be scary for, hell, sometimes a friend might be over, or a cousin or something like that,
and no one's ever seen that. You just created a whole new image of who you are to this person. And again, like bro said, like, we appreciate you giving us that insight to how much PTSD has affected and affected your life, right? Now, to kind of switch that up, there's positive facts of being a stay-at-home dad and being that cool ass dad to your 7 and 5-year-old. What are some things that you feel like you're able to give them while being a all the time dad, like a hella present father? What are some of those like moments or things that you're proud of that you've instilled in them to one day they're going to be a dope ass person in the future?
Man, like I said, my sons, they would. My oldest son, he's a big drawer. So as soon as he finished drawing something, it's usually Sonic. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, he is a Sonic head. That's he. I showed him the Sonic 3 trailer. They lost their mind because they were like, "Shadow,
Yes,
yes!"
sir.
And then the Dog Man. I haven't shown the Dog Man trailer, but they was some Dog Man, Minecraft. They loving it. So like, just being there for their reactions of stuff, like instantly being there for them. As soon as something pop up in their head, they want to come talk to me about it. Like, they just be like, I'm gonna go bother dad now. And like, it's the fact that I'm here to do that, I feel so good. But just knowing, hearing my son hearing my son's conversation, they just be, like, I think my youngest one, she was like, well, Tyrion, I named my youngest son Tyrion after Tyrion Lannister. Just throwing that out there. So when he was dope, not the last few seasons when they butchered his character. When the first few seasons, me and my wife were like,
not when HBO muted him. They
they nerfed the hell out of him. But anyway, she was like, Tyrion, we just need to I think she was saying something about cleaning up. We just need to clean up and everything. He was like, well, if we clean up now, we just gonna start playing again, and that's gonna make the room messier. So we might as well just keep on playing, and then clean the room up, and then at night we can go ahead and just watch our favorite show, like Ghost Stories. Is that cool with you, Millie? And I was like, the way he broke that down makes perfect sense.
That's grown man logic, man. That's grown man logic.
Yeah, the man is breaking stuff down. I was like, yo. And the fact that my oldest son loved him to death, but he was with his mom most of the time, most of his life. He's living with me now. He's starting to pick up on the same type of logic now. Like, before, he would just be like, you just sit there and stare at you like, I don't know what to do. Yeah. I was like, what? I'd be like, yeah, because mom was doing everything for me. And I was like, no, not here.
Not up in here.
Not up in here.
Oh. Not up in here.
Not up in here.
No, that's something that we've touched on before too. Is like the presence of
it's huge, man.
The presence of man is huge, and in a young man's life and in a young lady's life, and it's not to take away from moms. Moms they hold such a large piece of our life. The creators of life. Every woman who is born with every child she will ever have in her. That is a phenomenal and scary and powerful thought. So you guys, there's nothing taken away from you, but
shout out to the single moms, because they definitely wear a couple of hats.
I hate the nigga. I'm only dad, bro, if I can smash. I hate that.
Right, I hate that. I've seen that
a lot growing up, and that's like where I get sick to the stomach, and I get pissed off at black men.
Yeah, we and just like how I be seeing on Twitter all the time, we trying to hold women accountable. We got to hold our brothers accountable too with that bullshit, because you cannot be out here trying to hold this woman's life because you have a kid with them. That's just not how that works. You had your best shot. Move the fuck on.
You had 9 months to get your shit right. 9 months. If you thought that this was the baddest thing in the world and you don't want nobody touching her, you had 9 months to do everything in the world to prove to her that, hey, I'm a good man. Please lock me up.
You know what that is? I'm no psychologist, but you
know,
I'm just gonna throw this out there.
I'm not a psychologist.
It's a possession thing.
Fuck yes,
it's a possession thing. Like, they are greedy ass kid.
You know how many niggas get mad when a dude that, not even a dude that they know, just any man in general, quote unquote, fucks with my baby mama.
Right.
You had a kid with her. You don't have property with her. It's not your.
That's what they.
She's not cattle.
What they think, and that's exactly what they think.
So I got a question. This is something that kind of just came in my head this afternoon, knowing that we're all around the same age. I want to know if you had a list of 3 movies as a kid that, like, you could always have on repeat, whether you it was a consistent, hey, I'm going to Blockbuster, I'm always getting this movie.
Okay.
What were those movies that were like, I can always have this on the rotation?
So one is gonna be 2. Is the Guyver 1 and Guyver 2 movies. Love them shits. If you have never seen those, the first one had Mark Hamill in it, and it's so campy, but it's cool as hell. The fight scenes are dope, crazy dope. Another one, I'm a big horror fan. It's either gonna be Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Child, or a Dream Warrior. Sorry, Dream Warrior. Dream Child was all right. Dream Warriors is the best. Or Friday the 13th. Pick one. It doesn't matter. I throw those two as together as well. Damn, what's another one? Third movie. Probably Page Master. Y'all remember Page Master?
Yes, that's a dope movie.
Page, you know, see Page of Macaulay Culkin. It was like an animation where he was going from book to book. Bro, you gotta watch this shit.
That.
All right.
Yo,
it's good as hell, man.
Roll up your broccoli, watch Page Master, and call us in the morning.
Shout out to the homies over at Broccoli. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Broccoli.
Listen. Because a lot of people will probably be like, oh, never end the story, or I don't know, what's another like good fantasy?
Land Before Time.
Land Before Time.
Yeah, I can kind of see the animation style. It is that like
Labyrinth. It's another one, but me, I was always like Page Master. Page Master is probably the best one out of.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Never in the story is goated. I'm not gonna tell you. Never in the story is goated.
Kind of hard to beat that one, Joe. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Blair, what's your three? If you had to.
Oh damn. Okay. Oh fuck.
It's hard when you get that question, right? You like so many things start popping in your head, bro. I get that on a regular basis.
Yeah, I thought he was about to ask me to ask you a question. I was like, all right, so back into the podcast shit. The Goonies.
Ooh, nice.
Like the OG Scream, because like my mom would legit let me watch some shits.
Oh, I love Ghostface.
All right, I ain't gonna hold y'all, bro. And this is only because these three characters reminded me of myself, my brother, and my sister. The Aristocats.
Oh, yeah.
I love the Aristocats, bro. Yeah. I could meow. I could all day.
Aristocats used to go crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, my three vastly different, but Sandlot.
Oh yeah.
Sandlot.
R.I.P. James Earl Jones.
Yo, R.I.P. So, oh my god.
Yeah.
The Sixth Man.
Sixth Man.
Yep. And then I forget. Is it The Last Dragon? Enter the Dragon. The newest.
Bruce Leroy.
No, not that one.
Not that one. Okay.
Not that one. Let me find this. It wasn't Enter the Dragon. It was like a Bruce Lee movie, but it wasn't Bruce. Yeah, it was not Bruce Leroy. Yeah, those were my three: Sandlot, Sixth Man, and then Dragon.
Sandlot's fire.
Six Man is correct. Six Man is fire too. You know, I grew up thinking that he was a Wayne's brother on the dude that was the main.
Right.
I grew up thinking he was a Wayne's brother.
Dwayne Martin.
So we talk about it in the beginning of the episode where you kind of mentioned dads that kind of flew under the radar that haven't been mentioned, aren't in that pocket, like the Jeffersons. Like I'm thinking Sanford and Sons, Red Fox is in that list. Yeah. Because that was a show that I remember like watching with my dad. But I think about the dad from The Sixth Man. I'm like, coached his boys, basketball team, you got to stick together, all that stuff. I was like, that's a good dad. Like those are the type of dads that I was thinking about. I'm like, people aren't going to think about that. Like, no. So I'm really excited that you had brought a different spin to your list with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's your go, Blair.
I was gonna say Walter White, but I was like, nah.
Oh man. Hey, push it to the limit. Push it to the limit. You got to, dog. You got to. Hey, hold on real quick before you guys move on any further in the episode. Just want to let you guys know that we appreciate you all for tuning in. You could have been anywhere in the world but decided to watch and or listen to our podcast. Right now, take the time to like, share, subscribe. Give us a follow, leave some comments, all that good jazz. De'Meco and I would fucking love it. Make sure that you leave us a follow on all social media platforms at Father Time Pod. That way that you guys are more insightful on the things that we got coming, whether that be merch, fantasy football things, and or new guests that we might have down the pipeline. You never know. We might have like Lamorne or Schoolboy Q one of these days. So y'all might be able to help out with that. So get y'all back to the episode. I love you guys, man. Make sure to tell somebody you love them. Peace. So one thing that we kind of like to get across to fathers before they come on, or even when they're on the podcast, or the guests who are listening, or excuse me, our viewers who are listening or watching, is you spend father time with myself and De'Meco, however it is that you want to spend father time. We appreciate you for bringing in actually a variety of different topics, and a lot that I kind of tap into in my own personal like side quests when I'm not dad or co-host to De'Meco. And one of those is Twitch. I stream a lot. Sorry. I'm getting back into streaming, and I want to do it a lot more. There we go. That's how you should probably say that sentence. Boy said he streams a lot. I had one viewer yesterday.
Hey, listen, be like that, gang.
Hey, but I didn't already hit like the affiliate status. I was out there. I was grinding. I was knocking out like 50 viewers a month, and then I stopped streaming for a year, and people were like, that's what happens.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what happens. So right now, when I pop into your stream, you're playing Black Myth Wukong, right?
Yeah, I finished that a couple of days ago.
It was the space game. The space.
Yeah,
game.
Space Marines. Just finished that one. I'm gonna go back to God of War in a little bit. I'm gonna do some PvP with Space Marines too, just to see. I'm not really a big PvP person, but I'm gonna see what it's about, see what it's hitting on.
I can't do it, man. I really wanted to do Sea of Thieves, and then I found out it was all just aggressive PvP. And if you get into it now, you're pretty much just fucking yourself. You're going into it.
I'm gonna need some explanation on these acronyms.
Counter-Strike.
PvP is player versus player.
Yeah.
So it's when you get.
I'm not in this world.
My bad,
My bad.
My nigga don't game at all.
I was the one viewer on in your Twitch.
Probably. It was you. It was you on my phone.
Shout out, bro. Shout out to Michael.
It was my phone. My co-host always got my back, dog. You know what I'm saying? But no, so PvP is player versus player. So that's when you get into a game, and so like say all three of us got into it, I could just randomly, without action or cause, walk into your world and kill you over and over and over again. So it's like it's like a Grand Theft Auto multiplayer server. I don't know. I don't know if we hit any other acronyms. But the one thing I was going to talk about is,
you said CS. I was thinking Counter-Strike, right?
Counter-Strike Go, CS:GO, stuff like that. What are some games that you've been wanting to get into? Sorry, not games. What are some different avenues that you're wanting to get into when you're on your Twitch that aren't just gaming? Are you planning on doing like Patreon things, watch parties? Are you bringing your Twitch content over or TikTok content over?
So I'm trying right now to get the hang of doing watch parties, because I'm like, right now we're very open. I'm very comfortable, right? Saying y'all created a good space for us to just come and talk, not only as like dads, whatever, just as like black men. We just come and have a good conversation about whatever. So I'm comfortable in this situation. Sometimes when I do my watch parties, I love my crowd, I do, but sometimes they get a little rowdy. And when I'm watching stuff, I don't like to be bothered. I love my crew. I love my crew, but we like to talk sometimes. So sometimes I'll do, because I do have a Discord. It was
I think I'm a part of it.
Okay. Oh, shout out to that. It was Mr. Rogers' review watch party, but I done changed it to the Benchaholics, because it's became bigger than me now. I have a guy that does his own reviews in there, and shout out to Cal. He go by Deathstroke. I think it's Deathstroke or something like that. But he will drop he'll probably do about like 15, 20 reviews in a day. Like he'll be like, boom, I watched this 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, and he'll give a little description, and I'm just like, yo, I don't have to do shit. Like that's my dog. And I got other people in there. I had a couple guys, they wouldn't do their own watch parties and stuff. So I was like, yeah, go ahead. Like, this is the type of community I want. And I made sure that was like 18 plus and this and third. So but when we get into the watch parties and everything, we'll have like conversations, and by that time I'm not really paying attention. And I found out that it does affect my viewing experience. So I don't really give I don't feel like I can give my honest opinion on it, because I'm like, hey, it was fun because I had fun watching it with these people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It can kind of fuck your view of the show. Like the show was not good. The vibe
show was
was
not good, but the vibe was crazy good. You know, we was laughing, joking, and every damn thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I could throw that in the review, but I think a lot of people probably like, well, I don't watch with people, you know, so I wanted to know what that is. That's why I follow you, because you give me the ins and outs of it, and I'm like, okay, boom. So, but I do plan on doing more watch parties. Just like with From coming out. From drops on it in a couple of days. Oh my god, it's from season 3,
right?
Season 3 comes out 22nd, bro. Listen, hey, Penguin started tonight, so I gotta watch that after this. So,
and the first 2 episodes of Agatha.
I watched that last night.
Yeah. I had to rewatch it this morning.
Yeah, I did my review. And I said my review was more of a soapbox. I need to do another review too, because I got tired of people. I don't know, you know, how y'all feel about people that have like other sexual orientation. My thing is, hey, live your life. As long as you're not out here trying to be a serial killer, you know.
Yeah, do you? I'm not.
I'm not mad at it, but
don't be a serial killer or a serial rapist, and we're fine.
Exactly. And don't talk to young kids. You know, don't talk to little kids and stuff. Like,
that's it.
Fuck wrong with y'all. That's mostly my.
The bar is low.
Very.
To be a decent human being, it's fairly fucking low.
And there's people they pass it every chance they get. Like, I don't understand.
Nah, I can get lower than that. You think scum is scum? Let me show you.
Hold my beer. He did what? Hold my beer. But anyway, so I got on my step. I'm like, bro, don't review bomb a show because you don't like seeing gay people. Like, that don't make sense. I hate that
so much.
Like, you're like, oh, they're pushing it in our face. I'm like, no, and nobody told. What I said in my review is, I said
gay agendas to you, bro. Like, stop that. How important are you in full screen myself, Blair? How important are you in your own world, your itty bitty world, that you feel like Bob Iger and the level heads at Disney were like, hey, you know how we can get Gerald today? It's force feed him 2 gay men on TV. Nobody gives a fuck about you that much, dude. Get your head out of your ass. Instagram has fucked up a lot of people because Instagram has made people think that the world has to revolve around them.
Listen,
stop it, bro. Nobody give a fuck about you. Watch the TV show or don't watch it. There's a next button, bitch.
Exactly what I said. And don't let the character be black. Oh, it's the gay black agenda.
Oh, so now
get rid of our black men.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah. Then you got like the super Dr. Umans of the world are like,
all
these white people write black men to be gay. They trying to make our black babies gay. Watch out. It's like, what the? They're putting gay in the chicken. Putting gay in the chicken. Watch out. It's like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Is it in the air? Is it in lotion? Like, how is gay so fearful to y'all niggas, dog? Stop it. All y'all manly men love 300. Go back and actually look up the history of the 300.
Right.
All y'all be talking about how often y'all think about the Roman Empire. Like, so obviously we do the pre-conversation survey, and so like that's one of your hobbies now is that you're working out now. Mm-hmm. So what do we got going on?
So it's so easy now because before we didn't really have a gym around us. Well, we had one, but it was like this. I don't know what they was doing. They were trying to charge like $60 a month for a regular membership. I ain't paying for that. But then they ran out of business, of course, because of that type of model. And Crunch bought it. Crunch Fitness bought it. And I was like, hell yeah. Because I used to go to a Crunch, but it was too far out. So now in the morning, I have my kids at school by 8:40. 8:50, I'm at the gym. You know what I mean? Like, because it's right down the road. I can just drop them off. Instead of making a right, I make a left. I'm there. So I go in there. I do my weightlifting. I do like start off with like chest or whatever on Monday. Tuesday I do like arms, shoulders. Wednesday do leg work. Thursday was today. I did back today. And Friday I'll probably do some freestyle or whatever. And then I hit the treadmill for like 20, 25 minutes. Afterwards, I'm trying to get to the point where I can get my breathing together, so where I can just sit there and just watch a show or something and be on there for like an hour. You know, that's my goal. But I'm really getting into, surprisingly, the Stairmaster.
Oh yes, sir. There we go.
Man, I did that shit one time. It was one of my fathers told me to do it. He was like, Stairmaster 28 minutes. If you're not drenched in sweat, you need to up the boost. And I was like, all right, bet. Man, I was only at 5 minutes. I went to block that motherfucker. I was like, hey.
Bro. I saw my wife doing it for like 30 minutes. And in my mind, I'm like, oh,
I
I
think I can
ran
do
track.
that, right?
Not like in a masculine way, but like I ran track. Nigga. I mean, I can go. Like I can go for it.
Yeah,
Man, 2.5 minutes. I looked at my phone. Was like, this video's not over yet. Like,
bro,
this is a 5-minute video. Why am I
bro,
still walking? Oh my god! And like,
bro.
I'm trying my hardest not to look over her and give up because it's only been a minute 45 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I can see why Shannon Sharp was breathing so heavy in that damn video, brother. Like,
When you get to a certain
Yeah.
age, it just get hard to do things.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Like,
walking stairs is one of them, obviously, for my black
So
ass.
I used to have an electric scooter that I would ride all the way to work from the south side of Chicago all the way downtown. But then I was like, you know what? Like, I'm in my mid-30s. I can't be doing that. Like, let me not do that. So I got rid of that. We moved. And so Kate's like, well, you still got to take the train. Like, why don't you just get a regular, like, Razor scooter and ride it to the train so then you can then Razor scooter to the office or whatever. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll do that. That's fine. I see other people do it.
Sound plausible.
The train station's only a couple blocks away. I am 200 plus. I'm over here kicking the scooter. And I'm like, why is my hip hurt? Like, I'm not built for this. 200 pounds is not meant to be
On
kicking
a Razor
and pushing
scooter.
on a Razor scooter.
Grown ass man.
I'm
That's
like
like
so stupid. I look so stupid. I was breathing like I'm thinking the scooter's gonna make it easy. I'm breathing like I ran somewhere. I look
like
so
this right here in
dumb.
the scooter.
Blair, I wish I looked that coordinated. Look, you know me, Blair. You know me. I look like a golfer. I'm the size of a football player, and I'm 35 plus years old, huffing and puffing on a damn scooter.
don't
You know
know.
what I did? I left the scooter at work. I'm like, I'm not bringing this back
It's a
home.
volunteer scooter.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm like,
scooter.
I'm over
Get
here
to see your
asking
babies.
people, do you want a scooter? Like, I don't want this
Like,
anymore.
I just walk back because it's better.
Hey, yeah,
It's better
now
for my
all
libido.
all his videos now he walked to work. So shout out to my brother for hitting that stride, brother. You kind of already did it before you got 3 questions out the way. But we usually have a Mount Rushmore that we give to our guests. Myself being the anime the wannabe anime connoisseur, I want to be able to tap into anime conversationally without feeling like I have to go back in time to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
What are some animes that you can get into fresh off the boat and still feel like you are a part of the
community?
I would say.
Okay.
Your Mount Rushmore, just 4.
So you're gonna get a lot of flack for not knowing the big 3, or you gotta at least know who they are, the big 3. And for some reason it's controversial, but it's not. Well, I must say controversial. I mean, like, it's a debate going on.
Polarizing.
Who should be? It's polarizing. Who should be in the big 3? Who shouldn't be in the big 3? But it will always be Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. Dragon Ball Z is the godfather of animation. So, well, not godfather. Sorry, grandfather. So it's like, you have that, and then even before that, you have like Fist of North Star. Before we get in, you don't even know about that because that's just if you say anything about Fist of a North Star, people are gonna start grilling you about all 90s anime, and just like, nah, I never heard of it. But if you want to get into the conversation without having to know a whole bunch of stuff, things, I would say, what's a good one? Attack on Titan is one. It has about like 60 plus episodes, but it's easy to get through. It has one arc that just takes fucking forever, but after that, it's really fast. Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, probably know about that one. And I would say get into the new conversations of the new generation. Hell's Paradise, which is Jujutsu Kaisen as well, I want to say. Not really, but it's kind of close. It depends on who you're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
The anime community is I'm not a big part of it, to be honest with you, because I don't get into a lot of conversations because it always go to scaling, and I hate scaling. Which means they putting up this character from this show and seeing if he can beat the next character or whatever.
When
like
there's two separate worlds, so
two
like
separate worlds. What they do is they grab feats of what the character did and compare it to another character what they did. Like for example, it was a whole big thing about Naruto can blow up a planet, making him planetary, and he never done it before in anything, but he has power to look like he can threaten a planet. So that was a whole thing. Could he blow up a planet? Could he not blow up a planet?
Yeah.
And you would be surprised how heated that conversation got.
Oh, I'm a comic book nerd, so
Oh yeah,
believe me,
yeah. You know.
the scaling on this level has been here since about
Oh,
2003. So
God, yeah, it's so much. But anyway, so Hell's Paradise is one that you should get into right now if you haven't watched that. It's Fearing's Beyond Journey's End is a little slower, but the animation and story is something that you can just get into. Like it's something that's it builds up and it gets better as you watch it. It's only 24 episodes. 24 episodes right now. Second season coming out a little later. But it is mind-blowingly good. Solo Leveling is something that you need to watch now because so I'm gonna give you my I'm gonna start rambling. Solo Leveling, Fearing's Beyond Journey's End, Kaiju number 8, and right now what is going on that it's a toss up between Wisteria Wand and Sword or the Elusive Samurai. Those two are the best things right now. Those 4 are the best things out right now. Well, I'll give you 5. But
it's all good.
yeah.
My homeboy Cal came on here. I told him Mount Rushmore. He gave me 30 movies.
Damn.
He had a different criteria for each movie too. It was crazy.
Each category was a different criteria. He did work, so believe me, your rambling's fine.
Yeah,
It be like that though. Cause I get asked this all the time, and I'm like, I don't know. I like, and a lot of people say, well, if you like a lot of things, your taste is trash. I'm like, no, I just like to have a good time. I'm not a cynic. If you want a cynic, and I think that a lot of people get that from me because how I review certain things, they think I just hate a lot of shit, which.
It's your delivery. Really. I could see in like the delivery style.
Yeah.
But like no, like every. I appreciate your top 4. But like every video that I've seen of yours has never been a bashing of, in a sense of like, I don't like this, so y'all shouldn't. It's like, hey, because I forgot what anime it is. It just came out. I think it was on Netflix. And it has like the mecha suits that you didn't like the fight animation was really great. And then at the very last 2 episodes, they pulled out mech suits for everybody.
That was Ninja Kamui.
Yes,
Ninja Kamui. Yeah,
bro. Being brand new to anime, I was like, nigga, this is fire. They just made these niggas wear they just got whole ass Power Rangers mega suits to fight this nigga, and he ain't even touched his final form yet. Like he ain't even whispered the right words yet. Oh, y'all cooked.
Yeah. and the thing about it is like, I didn't care that they brought out the suits. I'm just mad how they look to me.
Yes,
like,
the
CGI animation was slow, and I'm not against CGI animation because one of my favorite shows. Oh shit, just thought about it. King of the Shore is a good one you can watch as well. But that's full out CGI animated, and I love it. They do it so well because they got another studio to do that part. When you go and look at who was doing it, whatever, the original creator of Ninja Kamui used to work for Mappa, and I don't know if y'all know too much about Mappa or whatever, but they work their animators like dogs. Like,
damn,
like a regular studio might can have about 2 or 3 animes come out a year. They was having like 10.
Oh yeah, they were getting beat.
And yeah, they was just like, yeah, we picked up another anime, we picked up another manga to adapt. Like, god damn.
Oh, so that was the joke that RDC made.
Exactly. That was the joke that was based off them.
I'm not saying anything. I'm literally just talking about a manga in an animation studio. Can we not do that? Okay.
Well, what about it?
Okay. You picked it up. What?
No, I'm done.
You done?
I'm done wasting time. I'm about to get started on.
Oh, you done wasting time?
Got you.
So it was like, oh, I want to see my family. What? You want what?
What family? You got a family.
Shout out.
Oh, believe me, I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna put that RDC clip in here. If they take it down, that means they saw us. Shout out to RDC.
Shout out to RDC. But yeah, that was the Mappa clip.
Hey, hold on. gonna stop you real quick.
Mhm.
With the shout out to RDC, I'm never one to tell niggas what to do because that's not my job. I don't work for y'all. Y'all don't work for me. We ain't got no ties. But my dog over here to the right of me, he killing it. He really is killing it. He know what he talking about.
I reached
So
out
like
to him, you know.
just a little. Y'all got a whole con, bro. Like give my man just like a little segment. Put him on a panel or something, cuz like he probably good at dodgeball, nigga. I don't know. You don't know.
Give me 6 more months, I'll probably be better. I'm ready for next year, man. But yeah, man, them boys, shout out them boys, man, because I remember seeing it when the first video popped up my that I ever seen on RDC was when the animator trying to fight, and he started doing the Kamehameha
like, man, you gotta
fight him for real. You gotta fight him for real.
I have the power of Goku on my side. He's getting his ass beat.
Desmond has always been a villain.
Desmond is a fucking menace.
Desmond has always been. Come on, I don't care about none of that.
Hey, one of y'all fools have a baby so I can get y'all on the show, bro.
But don't rush.
Don't be stupid about it, but have a baby, nigga.
Yeah.
Facts. But
for real.
Yeah, man, it's Mappa he was the animator for Mappa. He decided to open up his own studio, and I just think that what happened. Like he needed help with some of the things. They brought this other company that specializes in CGI, and it didn't work. It's a good majority of people that just they get mad at me because they were like, yo, you the one put me on this show. I said, bro, I watched it the same time you did, and I do my videos about weekly. So I always touch on what I just watched. If it turned to shit, it turned to shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I don't work for them. I just told y'all this is what I like.
Yeah, and I be getting that a lot now. Like you like, bro, like matter of fact,
again, when you hit a certain level, you become somebody's favorite, and no longer is your opinion. Now, what you say
is fact.
You have a phone. What you just told me is a fact. If it's not good, now I have somebody to point my finger at.
Yep. And that's one thing I've been learning to deal with. Is just replying with meeting their cynicism. That's what I meant to say.
Whatever the word is, we get what you're talking about.
I do that.
I'm not even gonna try to correct you.
You know how many times I be doing like takes in my phone? I'm like, that's not the fucking word.
I do that shit with Instagram videos, like IG stories, nigga. So I believe me, I know.
So I try to meet them with like kindness, because that's another thing with my PTSDs. I don't really like conflicting with people, getting in conflicts with people, because of like I know it could go there, even if it is over the phone or whatever it can be. So that's why you rarely catch me in comments arguing with somebody about their opinion. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna say, hey, if you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. I'm not gonna. My new thing saying now is, don't let me stop you from enjoying what you like, and don't try to stop me from enjoying what I like. That's not
what do all the old folks say? If you like it, I love it.
If you like it, I love it. Right? Like,
hey, baby, that ain't for me. Oh, that's you.
That's you.
That's you, nephew. All right, nephew. I see you, nephew.
I see you. I see you. I see you over there.
I think we can kind of relate to what you were talking about when it's like, you leave or somebody leaves a certain area and supposedly they're like an expertise at this. And it's like, oh, but they're really working their hardest at it. And then you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait for what is built up to be something of like grand substance, and it ends up falling flat, and it's like, oh, that person's just not good at what they do. Probably should have went a different direction, or just stay at home,
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to touch on, because we talked about his content. Shout out creators like yourself, and you in particular. I'm not in that anime space. I'm not in that video game space. But having someone like you, and you specifically breaking it down, shedding light on things that I wouldn't catch in a anime or manga, whatever it may be, it points me in a direction of like, all right, I'm gonna watch some of these things. Like, all right, I'm gonna tell Kate, this weekend we are going to watch this. and
Right.
let's just take it how we take it. That's how we got through the pandemic.
Yeah.
So a creator came across my TikTok when TikTok was the shit. Shout out Straw Hat Goofy. He was doing all the
Straw Hat
Marvel and
Goofy?
yeah, shout him out because he was doing a bunch of the MCU
He was.
reviews for all the MCU TV shows that were coming out that pandemic wave. And like I love Marvel, I love the MCU. He was showing me, oh, these are these Easter eggs, or this is what he was pulling from. This is the reference material. So like, even when you're talking about anime stuff, I'm like, all right, he's not telling me that I can't like this, but he's shedding light on how I would never consume that content. So I'm taking notes. I'm like, all right, well, he was talking about this. Oh, I can see how that might ruin the story or whatever have you. So shout out to you for doing content like that, because you're creating value for me, because I'm like my brother watches anime and stuff like that, and I was like, I never got into it. It just wasn't my thing, but it was always something I was like, I would love to get into it. Like my wife teaches high school English, and she wants to get into it from the storytelling perspective, not just not just the animation of it, but the storytelling. So I'm like, this is something that we would love to get into. And so we will be diving deep into your content for reference material for that. So for shout out to you on that.
Hours worth of reference material. From Apple TV,
I got a perfect one
Crunchyroll.
for you. Watch if your wife want to get into the story aspect of it. One of the best stories. It's two of them. I would say watch Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga. It is a historical one about these Vikings, and it's a story of revenge and redemption.
Ooh.
And man, it's brutal in the beginning, and then after a while it goes into some straight up character deep dive into a character development. So Vinland Saga is a good one. That's a newer one. It's only 2 seasons. Y'all can watch that in the weekend. Yeah. So
Amazon Prime and Netflix, as well as Crunchyroll. You can find it on all three of those.
Perfect.
Netflix.
I've got 2 of those. But yeah, so before we let you go, James, one thing we always ask the fathers that we have on is, if you could give one piece of advice to that day one dad, what would you tell that day one dad?
Get some sleep. When that baby sleep, you sleep. That's what the old people tell me. But for real though, don't overthink things. And don't try to be like, don't if you grew up in a rough fatherhood or whatever case may be, don't try to be something that you're not. You made it your life this long. You made the best decisions for yourself. Try to relax and just let things play out. The baby's gonna cry. The baby's gonna get into all kind of shenanigans as they get older. They're gonna learn from those shenanigans. Don't stop them growth trying to be somebody that you think that you can protect them from every single thing. You made mistakes in your life. You learn from them. So let them go through that same journey as well. You can be there as much as you can, but do not try to overthink things or overprotect them. They are going to be as fine as you are. And yeah, still get some sleep when that baby sleep. Don't try to be don't be that man that's trying to do every single thing.
Also, the baby sleep. I'm gonna go do the dishes. Nah, nigga, nap.
Go to sleep.
That was me. That was me.
I tried that shit for the first month, and then I realized every time my child went to sleep, Hannah went to sleep, and I was like, something going on here.
I was playing a game. I'm sitting there like, baby, you on my chest. I'm sitting there playing a game, and they having the best sleep of their life. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna finally go to sleep. I'm gonna put them in the bassinet, and I'm like, damn it.
And it's always
it's 3 a.m.
Yeah. The second that you get right at that REM sleep, that little motherfucker will start crying. Penelope cried the night of Halloween, bro, for 6 hours straight. I had to just bounce her ass on the fucking Bosu ball.
Oh my god. That was my daughter. My son, he was straight. He ate when he latched on, all that good stuff. But my daughter, oh my God, both of them, the oldest
Hey,
and the youngest, they
hey,
just gave
Penelope,
me
Daddy
hell.
loves you to death, but that first year, dog.
Katie, yeah, Katie and Millie, I love y'all so much, but y'all was some jackasses.
That's the love right there. We can talk to you for forever, James. We appreciate you for taking the time to be here with us today. What we normally ask guys before they get up out of here is if you could assist us in getting any one person in the chair for some much needed father time, who do you think you could help us get?
I got an up and coming reviewer. He was like yourself and everything. He's a new. I got him into anime. He started watching like Blue Eye Samurai and Castlevania and stuff like that. And I told him, I said, technically that's not anime, but I got you. They're fire. They're fire. But my boy Uncle Manny, he has like he's crossed over the century mark of TikTok. He's like, I think he's like at 1,500 followers on up there. He does some dope reviews. He actually works in the industry. He told me he worked on some movies and stuff like that, so he has some good insight when it comes to movies, and he's a dope dude.
Uncle Manny, I'm gonna be in your DMs, brother.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coming.
Coming.
Like I said, we could have talked to James for forever. He's on far East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. De'Meco's in the middle. Everybody needs to get some sleep. Everybody needs to get some time to themselves. And I know James got a lot of reviewing to get done. So we appreciate you guys for watching and tuning in. James, we appreciate you for your time. You could have been anywhere in the world, decided to watch the stream, listen, wherever you have been listening. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Follow us on all social media platforms. And let us know in the comment section what your favorite anime is, if you have one. We would love to know. Make sure you tell someone that you love them, because we love you. I am your play partner, host, and motion country cousin Blair. That's my boy De'Meco, and that's James. Thank you guys. Love you. Peace.
Peace.